And in other news, it's now costly to get sick in the Philippines. And in this report, Triciah Terada gives us some insight on how medicines are produced here and why they're so expensive this side of the world.
Creating a medicine is not like a walk in the park. It may take more than a decade of research to produce a new drug. This is why innovator or comparator drugs are usually expensive. So far, only multinational companies have the capacity to carry out extensive research.
If we were to go back, we talk about the research and development that goes into the making of the, let's say, of the tablet or the pill. What there is anywhere, the estimates can be anywhere from 800 to 1 billion US.
However, not all top-performing pharmaceutical firms in the country are manufacturers. Most of them are just drug traders, meaning they only import medicines made abroad, or in some cases, they purchase raw materials from another country and a toll manufacturing company based here will produce it for them before these are distributed to the market.
But with respect to what we call the active pharmaceutical ingredients, we get them from carefully selected sources.
The supply chain in the local pharmaceutical field is not so different from that of multinational companies. But compared to innovator drugs, locally produced generic medicines are quite cheaper since local manufacturers do not do their own research and development.
For the Me Toos, we simply have to just adapt whatever international formula there is for that generic medicine. And so we do away with the cost of research and development. And that makes the locally produced more competitive.
But just the same active pharmaceutical ingredients are imported from abroad.
90% are imported from the US, from China, from Europe. So, and then we mix that up with, we call them incipients, common raw materials, fillers, sugar for instance, galing na dito.
The Consumers Action for Empowerment says research and development is not the sole factor why medicines in the country are more expensive compared to others. For example, in a 2010 price comparison data of 4 selected drugs cited in a report by Philippine Institute for Development Studies, medicines of the same brand are priced 8 to 30 times cheaper in India compared to the Philippines. The group says prices of medicines could go down if only the law had teeth to regulate multinational companies. A report from the PIDS shows that in 2009, 16 out of 20 top pharmaceutical companies were led by multinational or foreign entities. Only 4 of them were local firms.
Hindi lang yan sa research yung marketing, malaki pa rin yan. So sa presyo ng isang gamot, kung may piso ka na gamot, titingnan mo yung percentage na pupunta sa tax, na pupunta sa advertising, at magkano yung napupunta dun sa royalties, yung bayad sa So malalaki rin yan. Na yung actual price niya ay napakaliit naman.
The group says there should be regulatory mechanisms in place to allow importation of cheaper medicines. And in the long run, it would be more efficient if the government would make resources to produce our own medicines, so Filipinos do not have to be mostly dependent on multinational companies. Triciah Terada, 9 News.